Hello friends, hope you all have enjoyed my previous video. This is MD Pandya welcoming you to my channel Maintenance Operation and Project Management Part 3. Friends, not only maintenance, not only engineer, it is helpful for everyone. It is helpful for HR, it is helpful for accounts, helpful for the purchase, stores, production, quality, supply chain, marketing, legal, everyone. Friends, if you are new, go through my previous video. Go through all my previous video, give lot of likes, share with everyone, share as much as possible. Please subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Friends, not taking much time, going directly to part 3. Friends, now this is the repairs and maintenance dashboard. Okay. Now, last time we have seen reactive, preventive, predictive. Okay, just I am quickly reminding you, there are three major aspects: preventive, predictive and reactive. In all three activities we are going to use some spares, that is a addition of the cost. So this is very important for entire maintenance activity, because ultimately everything because of the money only, right? So here this is the dashboard for that. This is entire R&M, repairs and maintenance expenditures. This is in amount, this is in percentage. So you can able to see the distribution. So which one is the high consuming area? That area has to be in focus, has to be taken care. If you are able to control 80%, that is more than sufficient. So this is the tracking mechanism. If we can clear up the filters, you can see the distribution from 17012 to 1716. This is in year 2021, this is 2022. In rupees, this is 2021, 2022, this one in percentage. You can able to see the amount of money spent and the percentage. You can, from this we can easily able to identify 1701, 1708, 1707. These are the area of focused. Correct. Now the elements. What are the elements? You can even go with the department wise, go with the machine wise, go with the element wise. Friends, it's up to you what you want to derive, what exactly you want. So here prototype I have made something, that is the area of elements. Area having some elements, entire area having different element. So this is all about this. So these are the area identified. This is the spending over that particular element. One is machine wise, one is department wise, third one is element wise. Then this is in percentage. Friends, please again why I am emphasizing you to understand, because these are the main important concepts. Once you understand that, everything is possible for you. So this is the element, right? Now the cost. Here you can able to see the cost per component. This is the cost per component. This is the important. This will lead your organization into the profitability, right? So this element is very much important, needs to be taken care. See, don't think that if production increased, my profitability increased. I am correcting you, this will never happen. See, cost per component decreased, then only your profitability increased. Otherwise, it is only thing that instead of selling 100 units, you are selling 1000 units. But respect to that, you will get the profit. But it doesn't make any sense that your profitability increased. Your profit here, there are two things: profit and profitability. So profit is one thing, it will be in relation with that numbers, that is okay. But profitability, if you suppose I am making the product in 2 rupees, if I have evolved something and now I am able to make the product in 1.9 rupees, then this is the increase of profitability. This is having the potential to increase the profit. So this is very important element. So we can monitor this one also, CPC. Now the another module is the calibration and testing. See, major of the services I have already considered, friends. Nothing, I have tried to collect everything. So you can understand. I have called preventive, I have called predictive, I have called reactive, I have called calibration testing, I have called R&M expenditure, correct? Everything it is covered. Now, friends, when there is a asset, when there is a instruments, we have to monitor its performance. Example, if we are having weighing scale, so after over a period of time or due to continuous on and off, switching off, switching on, there will be some error. So suppose I am measuring some weight, definitely over the period it will have some deviations. If I am not adjusting or I am not tearing that deviation, what will happen? Either customer or either me going to suffer. So lot of assets having lot of instruments, that has to be calibrated. Calibration, each and every instrument there is a separate procedure. Overview, there will be some frequency, we have to monitor its performance. So see, if I am having 1 or 2 or 3 instruments, that is not a matter. I can monitor it personally, I can control it. Suppose I am having 500 instruments, what will happen? So, and I am also not depend on some other person. If he is making mistake, ultimately I am going to suffer. So this is the system here. This type of customization of ERP will help in this nature. This is the testing services. Now I have identified, I have made for you prototype to make you understand. Various services I have identified: EPT, EFM, BKR, LFT, PRG, EPD. This is the code word. TRO means transformer oil, right? HYD means hydraulic test, non-destructive test, right? See, it is taking since I clicked it is moving. This is the benefit of dynamics. So these are the area identified the services. Now friends, I want to see when it is going to due. Now it is showing me okay, correct? If I am going to press, See, everything is okay. Now I am only showing you the 2022. So this much area having this much calibration services. This is one thing. Now this is the services plan. This is the instrument plans. Please understand. Calibration and testing. Everywhere instrument will not be there. Somewhere some instrument will be there, but somewhere like temperatures, we are monitoring for the particular room, or we are taking the lux level, or maybe we are taking the noise data. So these are the area wise. It is not related to particular assets for ambient. Then definitely testing required, but there will not be any related asset. Okay, so that is why it is differentiated here. Now calibration testing due service, friends. Now it is showing me here, see, as a whole it is showing me these are going to due. Now if I am clicking here May, so it is indicating me 1701 assets require 7 testing services, which is going to due by May 2022, right? So here the provider, friends. Here we can also consider, you can consider anything, even you can, is possible, it can be customized. This is what my thought prototype I have made to make you understand. You can even service provider also you can track that which service provider giving me how much services. So if I can project, if this one is not coming, how much, what will be the area get affected, then this is the due service. So tracking, you can very easily you can track, you can connect, you can improve, and you can change your action plan accordingly, right? So this is the basics. Right. So here another one thing I will show you. This system is going to work as a tool, important analysis and solution provider tool, and definitely you will improve your performance, your department performance, your company performance, everything. So now we will go to life cycle monitoring. Friends, whatever spares we are replacing, whatever changes we are doing in assets, it has to be monitored for the life, designed life. Definitely some life has been designed. Also we can derive also what should be the designed cycle for that particular part. So friends, for that we have to, whenever we are replacing, we have to monitor. Why we need to monitor? Because when we have purchased as a new, what life we have got, definitely we want the same life or little bit higher, not less than that. If it is less than that, definitely some deviation with respect to quality, some deviation with respect to process, some deviation with respect to adherence. So that if we are monitoring, we are proving, yes, we have effectively utilized the resources, we have not made any wastages. So why all these things we want to see? We want all these things because we want to improve the profitability, right? Ultimately we are going to control the resources, or we are going to effective utilize the resources. Right, friends? Thank you very much for listening me.